Guys, I need to share a secret with you today. I need to share a secret. I'm allergic to my sweat.
Gross!
That's what the title of this video is. I'm allergic to my sweat. Literally, what? What? How can you be allergic to your sweat? And why does this have almost 10 million views? We're gonna watch this to see A, why it has so many views, and B, what the heck does it mean to be allergic to your sweat?
I had a huge crush on my best friend Brian for years.
I'm sorry, what an interesting way to start the video. Nothing about sweat, just have a crush on a guy named Ryan.
That's why I desperately wanted to be his girlfriend.
Okay.
But there was one problem.
He was sweaty and I was alert. Oh no, wait, it's gonna be this beautiful girl that's always a blonde.
And that was Sarah.
There it is.
She was an absolute and always wore crop tops
I'm sorry, that was aggressive.
and miniskirts to school. When Brian and I had a private conversation, she would often come over to us, stick her breasts out, and talk like a dumb little girl.
God, this is wild. This is off to a roller coaster, folks. I'm actually sweating. I'm uncomfortable. Is it hot in
Brian,
here?
I forgot my lunch money. Can I borrow some of yours?
What?
Well, Brian is a nice guy, so he gave her $2. But then she hugged him right in front of
Wow.
me, pressing her breast against his body. Of course, I wanted to strangle her.
Oh my gosh.
Everyone knew that Brian and I were almost in a relationship.
Oh.
So she was openly trying to steal him away from me.
Dang, I don't know, guys. I'm already into this one. This is gonna be a wild ride. I can't wait to see how the sweat comes into this, because right now I'm not seeing a connection.
Next day, I was on my way home from school when my skin started to
Here
prickle.
it is.
I looked at my arm and noticed that it was completely red. The prickling slowly turned into such an intense pain that I ended up screaming and jumping like someone had set me on fire.
Oh boy.
Luckily, a policeman saw me and decided to take me to the hospital.
Since when do police officers take people to the hospital? I'm sorry, I'm not gonna get political. Let's move on.
I remember lying on the bed and peeling off the first layer of my skin. It was so disgusting. But then the doctor told me, "I'm sorry to inform you that your skin has developed an extreme form of aquagenic urticaria,
Aquagenic urticaria.
also called water allergy. Even small bits of water will cause an extreme allergic reaction to your skin.
Oh,
That's why your sweat
dang, if they had animations like that in bio class in high school, I'd be a different man today.
almost killed you today. From now on, you can't shower or sweat anymore." God,
You cannot shower the rest of your life.
gosh, it felt like a death sentence. But the
Dang.
worst part was that I couldn't go to school anymore to
This is a good
defend
story.
Brian from the Sarah.
Oh my god. Let's not shame this girl, Sarah, all right? She's perfectly fine, you jerk.
I had to act fast. So I waited until my skin had recovered, and then I immediately invited Brian over to my house.
My parents are out. Would you like to come over and chill?
When I opened the door for him,
Oh,
he
boy.
was shocked to see how I was dressed. I was wearing nothing but a short
Okay.
bikini. And when we went to my room, I picked up a sock from the ground to show Brian.
This is an aggressive story, guys. There's usually not this much aggression here.
Then came the hard part. I told him about my water allergy and how I couldn't clean myself with water anymore,
Okay.
and instead had to use powder.
Does that really work?
He didn't believe me at first. So I put a drop of water right on my breast. It slowly ran down into
Who
the
wrote
bikini,
this story?
and within 2 minutes,
Oh.
a rash had formed. I asked him if he still liked me despite my condition, and he said,
Did you guys notice we got Toogle on in the background? Toogle. We got Toogle.
"Of course I do."
Ew.
Well, that's what I wanted to hear. So I pushed him on my bed and sat on top of
Wow.
him.
Okay.
I asked, "Did you ever kiss a girl?" And he responded, "Of course." I said, "Well, I've never kissed a boy before."
I wonder if when she kisses him, his saliva will burn her mouth and she'll die a slow and painful death, and he'll literally watch the girl he loves dissolve from the inside out. Or maybe nothing.
He didn't respond. I guess he was too nervous. So I took
It just was like, I don't know.
the next step and went
Okay,
down to
all
kiss
right,
him.
Here we go.
I can't tell you what happened next, but I made sure he had a good time.
Okay.
When our date was over, I gave him one last hug and said, "Wow, you are absolutely amazing. You can always come by at night when my parents are asleep."
Wow.
You see,
And just like that, he was hooked and forever in love for the next 6 months.
I was willing to do anything to make him my boyfriend. Did I feel like a hoe? Yes, a little bit.
Jeez.
However,
Oh my
plan had failed, because when I checked Sarah's Instagram the next week, I saw that she had posted a photo of herself eating ice cream with Brian.
Wrapped around
Of course,
each
I was
other.
furious, and I knew I had to act fast. So I invited Brian over to my house again. And this time,
Wow.
I made sure he had an even better time. I had bought myself a revealing bunny lingerie costume, and we did all kinds of things together.
I feel like I can't be watching this, guys.
I sat on his lap and asked, "Are we in a relationship now?" Wow. He responded, "I do like you a lot, but I'm not ready for something serious."
Oh,
Ouch.
no.
That was not what I had wanted to hear.
Not when you get the full bunny outfit on and get told that. That's brutal. That's heartbreaking. I'm sorry. I don't know what your name is, but I'm sorry.
I said, "Come on, please. You know I love you
I said, come on, please. Great writing.
so much." And he responded, "Okay, I'll think about it."
Not
However,
a good sign.
the next day, Sarah came to my house.
Oh.
She smirked and said, "I saw what you did with Brian yesterday. In fact, I've recorded you two through the window on my
Oh my gosh, and they just showed us this clip, which means that we were just watching through Sarah's phone. We're just getting messed up, folks.
smartphone. I wonder what your parents are gonna do if they find out that their daughter is a naughty little girl." Wow. Oh, damn it.
Oh, that's not. Looks like a deer human. There's a deer nose. I don't like it.
I knew my parents were gonna
Stop.
kill me.
There we go.
Sarah continued, "I want you to break off all contact with Brian.
Oh.
Or I will show your parents the video."
What do you do?
I
Oh.
had to hold back my tears and only said, "Okay, he's yours." Honestly, I had no choice. My parents were so strict that if they saw me naked doing dirty things with Brian, I'm sure they'd kick me out on the street.
Yo, this is like an entertaining story. You got like some real relationship drama here, and they got right into it. There was no build up. Like, well done, story writers.
So I wrote Brian one last message saying, "Hey, this between us won't work out. I want to move on." When Brian responded, "Oh, okay," with a sad smiley, I started crying uncontrollably.
Oh no, you're
even
gonna
though my
rash
tears
yourself.
caused rashes all the way down my face.
Wow.
I really thought my life
Life
was
over.
over. But then Brian knocked on my window.
Uh-oh.
Gosh, this was so romantic. And when I opened it, he was looking as handsome as always. He said, "It's okay if you don't want to see me again, but I need to know why." I couldn't hold back anymore and said, "Of course I still want to see you. I love you more than anything else."
It's so sad.
Brian asked, "So why did you send me that text?"
I like that the top one said, "My parents aren't home, winky face."
That's when I told him how the Sarah had filmed us last night.
All right,
And
Sarah.
that she was extorting me with the video. Brian said, "Yeah, that sounds just like her. But I'm gonna move into my own apartment next week. If you want, you can move in with me. Then you're far away from your parents." I said, "You want me to live with you?" And he
Seems like a good
responded,
idea.
"Yes, I would love to do that. But there is one condition.
Uh-oh.
I will continue to see other girls because I'm not ready to be in an exclusive relationship with you for the rest of my life.
Oh no! Don't do it.
I will
No.
also continue to see
Oh
Sarah.
my
Of
gosh.
course, I would have
No.
preferred to have Brian all for myself, but I loved him so
Don't
much
you dare
that
do
I was
this.
willing to compromise.
Gosh. You
1
idiot.
week later, I moved in with him. But just the next day, Sarah came by.
Oh.
She was dressed as
She's got a Louis Vuitton. Where is this school?
always, wearing a super short dress,
Jeez.
looking like... She said to me, "Hey, sweetie." And I responded, "Oh, you must be tonight's guest." We all sat down on the couch with Brian in the middle between us.
This dude must be the most attractive, richest, best-looking guy on earth right now.
We were watching a movie, but I couldn't enjoy it. He was constantly cuddling herself against Brian.
What is
20
wrong?
minutes into the
It
movie,
just doesn't stop.
she even
Oh,
sat down on his lap and made out with him.
it doesn't stop
If
giving.
that wasn't bad enough, Brian took my hand and put it on her leg while kissing her. And that's just how the night started. The next morning, the was
Oh, I'm
gone.
so uncomfortable.
But I got an SMS from my
Jeez.
dad, which said, "We found a USB stick with a video of you and some guy. You have sinned and need to come back home now."
This is changing me as a human being to watch this.
But I didn't care what my parents thought of me. I had Brian, and he was all I needed. Life
Did
was
you?
good.
Did you have him?
Well, at least until he told me that Sarah was going to move in with us for 2 weeks because her parents had kicked her out. I said, "Okay, but if she stays for more than 2 weeks, I'm going to move out again." The first night sleeping in the same bed as Sarah was terrible.
What is that?
She complained, "Why is the air conditioner so strong? I'm freezing in here." Then Brian explained to her that I was allergic to my own sweat, so we needed to keep it cool.
It's not, this isn't even about sweat. This story is just about this
Of course,
relationship.
she started giggling and said, "Really? So how do you take a shower?" I said, "I don't take showers. I clean myself with powder." That's when she bursted out laughing and said, "Oh, that's why you smell so bad."
Ooh.
Gosh. Gosh, I hated her. And the next morning, she woke me up, screaming, "Oh no, she peed herself." I looked down, and indeed, my pants were wet. Sarah must have spilled a glass of water over me. I immediately rubbed it dry with the bedsheet, but it was too late. Both my legs were completely covered in rashes, and I cried out of pain. Once I felt better,
That's gotta be the worst thing to be allergic to on earth. If that's a real disease. Is anyone out there allergic to sweat? Is that a real thing?
I confronted Sarah, but she denied everything and said, "You know me, I would never do that to you." I realized I couldn't let her get away with this. So I decided to secretly film her and Brian loving each other.
No.
I thought I could extort her, just like she had extorted me. But when I showed her the video, she only responded, "Wow, I look great. I'm sure my daddy would be proud of me." Wow, she was such a that she didn't care about her reputation at all. So I knew I had to do something even more extreme to get revenge on her. But it was too
There's a minute left. What are you gonna do?
late, and she beat me to the punch.
Oh boy.
She made Brian and I sit down on the couch and said, "I have some wonderful news to share with you." Oh gosh.
She's pregnant.
I knew this meant trouble, but I still wasn't prepared for what happened next.
She's pregnant. She's pregnant.
I pulled out a pregnancy test and screamed, "I'm pregnant! I'm pregnant!" My heart dropped.
I love the voice that this girl does every time the other girl, Sarah, talks.
Because I knew it was over between Brian and me. There was no way I'd help him raise Sarah's child. He freaked
At least she has a line. That was the line.
out too, screaming, "You camel! You got pregnant on
You camel! You camel! Who said? What does that even mean?
purpose." But I had enough of this insanity.
I'm gonna start saying that. You
said,
camel.
"Congratulations, Sarah. He's yours." And then I took my stuff and left. Going back home wasn't easy, though. My dad was still furious about the video of me and Brian. He shamed me for hours, saying a promiscuous girl like me would never find a husband. He said guys would just pass me around. Of course, I felt ashamed
What
of
a
myself.
very inappropriate story. I just want to point out how this is so strange.
But I responded, "Dad, I made a mistake. I get it. But I'm also 18 years old and not a child anymore." Then he opened his laptop and started playing Sarah's video of me and
Why would you do that? This is such a weird story. Who comes up with this? This is weird.
Brian doing dirty things.
Literally, if I had a daughter and I saw a video like that, I would literally burn it, then burn the house down and be like, nope.
Quickly had enough, closed the laptop and said, "If you
Why would you not delete it?
don't want to support me, fine. I'm gonna leave again." I actually didn't mean it. But my dad responded, "Fine, go leave us and meet some guy. That's what you're best at."
Yikes.
Wow.
Not a good family.
I left the house and sat down on the stairs for a moment.
Don't tell me you moved back in.
What was I supposed to do now? I had no idea. But when I checked my smartphone, I saw a message from Brian. It said,
False.
"She is not pregnant." Sarah was only fake
I want to read that. That was a whole text message. I got to read that thing.
pregnant.
When I'm not with you, he spelled that wrong. Lose my mind. Give me a sign. Hit me, baby, one more time. I've got your picture. I'm coming with you. Dear MC, count me in. There's a story at the bottom of this bottle, and I'm the pen. Instrumental, repeat, chorus. Long ago, the four nations lived together in harmony. Then everything changed with the four nation attack. Oh my gosh, what?
Sarah was only faking it. I just kicked her out, and I want you to come back. I love you, and I promise not to see any other girls anymore.
That's one of the best stories we have ever seen, guys. Crazy from start to finish. I don't know what to say, but leave a comment down below what you thought. Is it real? Is it real? Is it fake? I don't know. Lick that screen, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.